I went to watch Hamilton in the theatre this weekend, and you know me, I like to give my thoughts on everything. So let's talk about Hamilton. First of all, let's talk about Victoria Palace Theatre. What a tremendous location. Just being there had me feeling like royalty. Now, the musical itself, extraordinary. Masterpiece. I might even say life-changing. I've been banging the soundtrack for the last 48 hours. Look, when people say Hamilton is good, trust me, they're not exaggerating. I watched this musical with zero context of what it was actually about. The only thing I knew is that it was about the founding fathers of America. And I think that's the best way to watch it. Spoiler incoming in 3, 2, 1. If I knew that Aaron Burr killed Hamilton before watching it, it would have changed my whole perception on him throughout. So, in my opinion, don't do any research before going in to watch this musical. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is, did Eliza know that Angelica loved Hamilton? Because we all know there was something going on there. However, did Eliza know? Because I've been racking my brain about this one, and I've been doing my research. Yes, I've been talking to ChatGPT about this. Angelica was married and had kids at the time she met Hamilton. In the song Schuyler Sisters, yes, they hit it off, but she was married at the time. So, okay, she let Eliza have him. But did Eliza know? Because if you listen to First Burn, Eliza said, I've heard the whispers. I see how you look at my sister. Don't! Oh, guys. Sorry. If you listen to Satisfied, you'll realize how much Angelica actually liked Hamilton. But while we're talking about Angelica, she was a little bit delulu, because if you really think about it, my dearest Angelica, she said the comma changed the whole meaning. I don't know about all of that. Regardless, Eliza was a real one. She spent the rest of her life telling Hamilton's story, making sure his contributions was not lost to history, including the George Washington farewell address. Now, talking about George Washington, should Hamilton have become president? Because I've been speaking to a few people and they were saying that George Washington was really a puppet for Hamilton. Now, I don't actually think so. I think George Washington in the musical had a great part to play. And look, every good leader needs people around him, and a leader needs to know when to delegate, when to listen to other people. But some people are saying that George Washington really didn't have any ideas for himself and it was all Hamilton. I don't know. I don't know. But I really did like George Washington in Hamilton. What must be admitted is that Hamilton was so selfish. Not just because of the adultery, but the Reynolds pamphlet. A man published a 95-page document to clear himself of financial misconduct while ruining his marriage. He really did write like he was running out of time. Finally, another one I've been thinking about. Did Burr really have no beliefs? You know when Hamilton said, when it's all said and done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. Did Burr have no beliefs? I don't think so. I think he did. I actually think he did, but he just wasn't as boastful and loud with it. He did have beliefs, but he kept them in secret. And he did sway with his political beliefs and agendas when it suited him.